Hi folks, it's Leah and welcome to our latest video. And today I'm just gonna go through some brief points about a limited company versus a sole trader. So I did a video speaking about how to register a business, part one, which involved going to our Ministry of Legal Affairs website and searching some names to ensure that your name isn't probably taken already, and then following that you get your forms, you go out, you sign them up, duplicate, you go in and that kind of thing. So but you would realize that sometimes when you go there, or even on the form, it will ask you, are you registering a sole proprietorship or a sole trader business where it's just you have no employees, or are you going to have a limited liability company, right? We won't get into the other partnerships and so on in this video, but today I just want to highlight some of the benefits of doing of doing the limited company. So a limited company basically separates you, the owner, from the entity itself. So the entity takes on a life of its own. Why is this something good? A lot of times, well, when you're doing business, you are probably carrying out a service, and if you do something that affects a customer, for example, and that customer decides to take the matter to the courts, all right, basically you as a limited company would only be sued for the things that the company has, or the worth of the company, or the finances of the company, and not your personal finances. So for example, in the flip side of a sole trader, let's just say I have a sole trader business and I own a car wash, and in the washing of cars I damage someone's property, and they decide they want to take the matter to the court to sue me for the damages done to their vehicle. As a sole trader, right, the court now could use and take all my personal assets at home or wherever in order to pay the bill, right? However, as a limited company, they will only be looking at the assets or the money of the limited company itself to seize. Therefore, all your personal items, house, your car, personal items bought by you, will be protected in such an event, right? So that's one good thing. I mean, a lot of the time we here in Trinidad and Tobago, we don't think, some of us don't think that people sue for certain things, but reality is it happens. So one of the good things is that your entity takes on a life of its own. You can protect your personal assets in the event of somebody or a customer decided to sue for one reason or the other. All right, that's one. Secondly, if you have a limited company, you are able to open a business account at the bank, right? You are now recognized as a legal entity and you can open a business account from there, which stems into several factors. For example, we have some services here now coming on board that will boost your business. So you are a salesperson. Let's say you sell handbags. You make handbags and you sell handbags. There are merchants now willing to give you the ability to make to charge your customers credit cards or so. Or maybe you are inclined and you can you're technologically inclined and you are able to build a website and set up RSS and be able to take money from credit card holders. You then must have a business bank account, and more than likely, as far as I know, you cannot get a business bank account being a sole trader business. You can get a personal bank account, but as a limited company, right, you would then have to show certain documents, articles of incorporation and these kind of things to open a good legitimate business bank account whereby you can get your check-ins account and that kind of stuff, right? Opening a normal bank account with your sole trader business registration certificate does not allow you these benefits to take or to expand your business the way you may want to expand it in the near future, right? So that's two. In addition to this, a limited liability company, a lot of the time especially for young people, you want to start to buy, you want to get a car, for example. And the first thing you do is you run out and you buy your car on your name, right? This does nothing for you. This gives no benefit, really, buying it for yourself under your name or under your sole trader, name. However, if you have a limited liability business, you are a registered incorporated business, you can now purchase assets in the name of the company, which then can allow you for tax discounts. All right, you write off these assets, these company expenses, and you'll be able to, minimize on taxes. Right, that is something different, and probably I will get some details again at a later date in a video on taxes and tax discounts and that kind of stuff. But as a limited liability company, it is important to know that you can now buy assets in the name of this company, in the name of the entity, and of course you have great benefits or deductions to get from every single expense that goes with it. So for example, you buy a car under the company's name, the car is in use, the car is for the company, it is used by the company. So every cent that you would spend on gas would be an expense that could be written off, right? So that's just some good stuff that cannot happen when you purchase the car under your own name, right? So that's one of the other benefits. You can buy assets that belong to the company, and if these assets have recurring expenses, these are allowed to be written off, because yes, a limited liability company has taxes attached to it, but tax paying isn't bad, right? Tax paying isn't bad, and a lot of people would just run to open a sole trader business to avoid paying these taxes that a company would pay. However, there are several benefits of a limited company, and it's not just about having tax. On top of that, it is illegal to have a sole trader business and have employees. Therefore, if you have it would not be a sole trader business if you have employees. Sole trader, as the word implies, includes one, right? A limited company, however, can have its employees. You would register for your VAT number. Of course, you have to pay your value-added tax, and you can do these kind of transactions. You have to pay tax. However, as I said before, every piece of equipment or every machinery or whatever that you buy, and it has expenses. So for example, you are in business and you need to probably do printing. Now, I mean, in this day and time, a lot of printing business is actually going down with the use of a lot of digital means, right? But you are in business and you need printers to, whether it be issue letters, or you're probably having a meeting and you want to have a sign up or so, and you need that printer, instead of going and paying a lot of money to have your stuff printed, you could then buy the printer under the company's name, your limited liability company's name, right? And every time you have to spend money for the printer's ink and so on, these are business expenses. These are expenses that goes with the asset, all for the benefit of the business, and this would count as tax deductibles, things to deduct from how much tax you have to pay. So that is something huge, in my view, and to many other business people. This is why you wouldn't find big corporations and big businesses with sole trader type registrations, right? If you go to the same legal affairs site, I will repost the link in the description below of this video. If you go to the legal affairs site, you would notice that there are businesses in the information of business name, address, and so on. You will see a line suffix, and more than likely in these big businesses you will have limited or LTD, right? So they understand this, and they understand the many benefits you can have of being limited. Now, I am purposefully not making an exhaustive list of benefits of a limited company, but if you want to share some of your own benefits, you have a limited company, or you have some knowledge in your limited registration, limited company registration, feel free to comment below. Feel free to expand on the information that was given here. there are several other benefits, of course, to having a limited liability. I try to make it as practical as possible and not just simply come and read off some benefits from a POB textbook or so. This is about practicality, and this is about, you know, giving you it as real with real life scenarios so that it could help you. All right, so please feel free to follow up, whether it is you have questions, queries. Feel free to message. You can also follow me on my social media platforms at Leah CL Moses. This is for Instagram, Leah CL Moses, also on Facebook. All right, you could also email me at leahclmoses@gmail.com with your questions, concerns, queries, or if you would possibly like to make a business collaboration. In the making is a series that will encompass, or it will include other entrepreneurs, upcoming entrepreneurs, people who have startups, people who are in business for several years and would like to share and market and so on. So if you want to do or want to collaborate on any of these things, please feel free to connect with me. You can DM me on Instagram as well, and we can get some other things and some collaborations going. So thank you for watching thus far. This is the video on limited liability company versus your sole trader business, some of the benefits that you could have as a limited company, and that you can now function as an independent entity away and apart from yourself. There are several other things you can do with a limited company. However, that may be in a second part of a video, or you could just share below in the comments, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.